to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we are back once again. It is actually Sunday afternoon.
Palm Sunday.
Palm Sunday, and we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. We are hiding from the Rona.
Hiding from the authorities.
From
the Stasi.
That too. You know how it's pretty bad when I am considered, Patriot Defense is considered we're an essential business, okay? I'm considered an essential business, but I am so afraid of the backlash right now.
People have gone mad.
I had a class on Saturday. I want to post pictures of it. It was actually ended up being below the allotted amount of 10 people, right? It was actually, there was 9 people there at the most, and that was when the law enforcement guy was there teaching his portion. And I have got some great pictures. We were able to shoot outside, use the new range. I want to show off the new range, want to show off the class. I'm afraid to post those pictures up on Facebook for fear that I'm going to be hated and ridiculed and just drummed out of existence because people think I'm out there trying to kill everyone because I had a class.
These are all these freedom-loving people that, always waving the flag and give me liberty or give me death.
And now they're yelling at us not to leave. These same people are like, don't leave your house. You're killing people. You're killing babies and you're killing old people. And let them stomp on your Constitution if it saves a life.
I'm scared.
That's exactly it. So I'm sitting on all these pictures. It's like I want to release them because advertisement is big in my business, but I'm afraid to. I don't really quite know what to. I don't know what to do.
It's insane. It's insane. The people that you think are the people that talk all the smack about how they're not going to live for this. Now, there's Constitution. America has shown, the world has shown, this has been an exercise worldwide. You scare them something, and they'll give up everything. They will demand it. They are angry that they're not being oppressed more.
They are.
Why aren't you shooting people that leave the house? It's
absolutely
madness.
Insane. You know, this is the gun podcast, but let's talk about this. Let's talk about the 3%ers. I call them the threepers. I don't know if that's derogatory or not, but I call them the threepers.
It's derogatory now. I hadn't seen any of them. Have you seen any of them?
Not for a while, but I know of a gentleman, a friend of mine. He's a good church-going guy.
Okay.
And he wanted to gather some people together in public today.
I forgot about that. I was going to go to that too.
Yeah, I wanted to go.
I was going to go just to show my support. And
his family endured some ridicule. He wanted to have a church service in City Park. So these churches are going online, right, keeping everyone safe. But he wanted to say, hey, look, man, if you believe in God, do the right thing, whatever, great, that's fine. He endured some crap all over social media, online, phone calls, text messages, Facebook posts against him. And there's one gentleman who was really horrible to him. He was supposedly I don't know if he still is, a 3%er. Those are the freedom-loving, fighting USA.
To the death.
Fight to the death. You're not going to tell me what to do, guy. And this guy was coming out against my buddy.
Give me some security.
My buddy, I'll name him, my buddy Morgan, and it was like, you're going to kill people, you're being irresponsible, you're being crazy, you're being this, you're being, guarantee
that
you.
dangerous ass freedom you want, man.
That's right.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. I mean, but when the whole Bundy standoff was going on, this guy he was ready to go kill BLM agents.
Did he go or did he talk?
I don't know if he went or not, but I mean.
Okay, probably talk.
Yeah, well, but I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy how this just freaking turns people.
It's amazing. It's amazing to watch.
And it really is. But a little update though. Morgan had I don't know how many people showed up. I think a handful of people showed up and they had their service and they did what they wanted to do and they prayed and they sang and they.
How long were they there?
I'd have to look back because he did a Facebook Live video on it. I think, I'm not sure, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. It wasn't real long.
Did he get the SWAT team come down on him?
I don't think he did, or I would have heard about it.
Good.
I don't think he did. There was other cars, driving by in the background. I watched it for a few minutes.
Everybody's folding. Everybody we think's gonna stand up is folding.
They are folding hard, but other than that, though, we had some freedom-loving Americans show up on Saturday for my permit class.
Okay, cool.
It was, granted, it wasn't the 26 that were signed up, but I understand some people put off till the next month. And I think there was a big older crowd that was kind of signed up for this. It was some people signed up, and they signed up a bunch of their friends.
Right.
And so they just kind of backed off. They didn't totally just draw. They called me. They notified me. They're just going to kind of wait. And I understand, right? If I was older and I was in that group, I probably would.
We're not saying it ain't scary.
It's a real thing.
We're not saying people ain't dying. No, we're going to get in the next podcast on that. But it will kill some people, and it's not pretty.
Right.
But you don't throw away the Constitution and destroy the country and just throw the world in the toilet.
Yeah.
Because there's a virus out there.
And some people didn't. They showed up to my Patriot Defense permit class.
That's good.
And shot some guns and qualified for their permit.
Sweet Lord, why are you waiting so long? People, get on the ball.
I know. Hey, it's got to happen sometime.
I know. Everybody puts stuff off. We all do.
I know. We'll talk about this in the next
Luckily,
podcast.
I never put anything off.
I got all kinds of crap here too.
Okay.
So we'll talk about this more in the next podcast, the conspiracy podcast. But in my class were two nurses from the local hospital. They weren't scared. They weren't scared, man.
What were they shooting?
A G17 and a Taurus G2C.
Okay.
And you know what? They hadn't really ever shot. They shot the weekend before. That's it. And they did great. The one gal won the bullseye competition. Took the center out of that freaking bullseye.
That was the Taurus.
No. That was this G17.
Oh, she must have slipped.
No, she was a good shooter. They were all. I had a whole class of good shooters. I had a guy show up, and I let me find it here. So I always like to talk about the guns.
Yeah. Curious to see what newbies are buying.
I think, well, this wasn't even a newbie. This guy, he was from California. He'd moved up here. But he was originally from Russia.
Did he hold his gun straight?
Yeah.
Sideways?
Yeah. His name was Sir. He brought a SIG P226 Elite. It was freaking beautiful.
I just got rid of one in SIG 357.
Yeah, this thing was gorgeous. It's a gorgeous gun, and she shot the shit out of it.
Okay.
But that was a great class. We had about there were 7 people there, and it was fun. We got to break into new range, new gravel, and it was a good time, man. We had a great time. Beautiful weather. I thought I was going to go down to the indoor range because it was my last official day to be able to use the indoor range ever.
Right.
And I was going to go down there and scare all them old codgers down there playing snooker. And I was hoping I could walk in the door, 26 people, and have them just freaking blow their mind.
Well, it's nice. Get you some sunshine while you can.
Oh, it was a beautiful day. Great time. Class went pretty quick. It was only 7 people shooting, but it was good. I had a gentleman come and help me. His name is James. He listens, James Fisher. He listens to the podcast all the time, so he'll be hearing this. He stuck around afterwards, and we shot some of his toys that he brought.
Okay.
He had, and you'll have to dang SIG. He brought his SIGs.
Right.
And it was the modular ones, the ones that like the military, is it the 3
something?
320? SIG P320. Anyhow,
I know what you're talking about.
They were kind of cool. So everyone said they're modular. Now you can change them all up. He had like 3 frames, like 2 like trigger sets or whatever, the insides. He just snapped them out with his freaking thumb, snapped them back in, slid a freaking slide on there, and you're good to go, buddy. He just kept configuring gun after gun after gun.
Why did he have 2 different triggers?
He built these from scratch.
Okay.
And one had an Apex trigger, and I think one had the stock, or might have had the Wilson Combat. I don't know what it was, but he bought all Wilson Combat parts. And
that's pricey.
It was, I think he said it was less than half the price, or it was a lot less than actually going out and buying the full Wilson Combat from like Wilson Combat.
Yeah, those guys.
But I really enjoyed shooting it, though. Those triggers are freaking nice. We'll mark that on the SIG box for Todd.
Okay,
That's
you turning into a fanboy, man.
I'm not a fanboy. I don't even own one yet.
I wish you would have gotten into SIGs when I was selling SIGs, man.
I would have loved if I would have seen
3,
this.
4.
If I would have seen that SIG, I may have bought that one. That's a pretty gun.
Well, mine was black, but it's the same gun.
I'd have been sweet though.
In 357 SIG.
How much you sell it for?
$500.
Oh my gosh! How much should you have sold it for?
1,000.
Ouch! Ouch!
I know. Well, I have my eye on something I wanted, so whenever that happens, it's like
nothing will stop you.
Yeah, I sold a scope. It was a $1,100 scope. I got $400 for it. Just take it. Give me what I want. Yeah.
Grab your ankles, a little gravel for traction.
Yeah.
Not even a thank you.
No, brutal.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's horrible.
It was.
Absolutely horrible. So I had, as soon as I got done with class yesterday, and this has been happening a lot. I was cool with it. I think it's great. I had a gal get a hold of me and say, "Hey, look, never bought it. We haven't shot really guns ever, really. A little bit years and years and years ago. Don't own one. We want to learn how to shoot. We want to learn if this is for us. Can you get us in?" I said, "Yeah, sure. I can get you in sometime next. How about tomorrow?" "Oh, yeah, I can come in. Come on in at noon." 2 gals showed up. We went through absolutely everything, full of questions. It was a really fun class because it's the kind of classes I like. So it's what I call like a custom class. I did have a plan, this is what we were going to do.
Right.
But I let the students, dictate how the class goes by their questions.
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for? And I showed them how to disassemble the guns. I showed them how to clean I didn't clean the gun.
Okay.
I showed them how to clean the gun, explained how it would work. We talked about self-defense questions. We went over all the gun parts. How does a bullet work? We talked, I showed them how the gun cycled and actually how it functioned. We talked about ammo. We talked about...
Good, great.
We talked about full metal jackets and what hollow points do and the difference and the anatomy of a bullet. And then we went out and we did some shooting.
Wow,
and
these ladies don't have internet connection, huh?
I guess not. I don't care. Pay me to do it. No, they did. They did great.
Now, if you got the question, ask the question.
Yeah, and
don't be afraid to ask questions.
They asked me they're like, "I know we're here for handguns. Do you have a shotgun we could shoot?" And so I went and grabbed a couple shotguns, and then they came back out with the AR as well, and they let them shoot that. They had a freaking great time. I think they enjoyed shooting the 20 gauge more than they enjoyed anything else. But
what kind of load did you have in it?
Just a trap and skeet load. That's
Okay.
it. They did great, man. They were fantastic, and I will say, because they may be listening to this because I gave them the podcast. Listen. They're great. They're actually a couple of local base jumpers.
Okay.
They do some mountain climbing and stuff, and they were a lot of fun. I hope they come back. They talked about taking a permit class, but they one was from Australia, so she had a really cool Australian accent.
All right.
I love that freaking accent. It's great. But they ended up shot a bunch of my guns, and the gun that they ended up liking was the drum roll. I don't know how it's going to translate, but G43.
Oh.
Well, the one had
let down.
The one had really, it worked. They shot it well.
Okay.
They shot it better than I did. The one had really tiny hands, and so it was like the only thing she could. Everything else was so big that when she'd shoot it, she'd always have to readjust her grip again.
Right.
She kind of had short fingers like you.
Oh, I got perfect fingers.
You got short fingers.
Normal fingers.
It's short fingers.
No, good fingers.
But they settled on the G43, so they're gonna go try to search a couple of G43s out, maybe.
Yeah. Good luck. Not a good time to.
It's not, but you got to look. You might be able to. They might be able to scratch one up somewhere.
Yeah. Well, you check some pawn shops and Z Idaho stuff like that. You could probably find some stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they're not going to get gouged.
I don't know,
but I tell you what, if you don't have one now, for God's sakes, get one.
Get one. I mean, you might as well look and buy the first one you can find, right? I mean,
I would.
So,
of course, to me, it depends. A lot of people kind of want to do it, kind of don't want to do it, kind of don't want to spend an extra couple $100. If it's a priority to you, have it.
Right.
And it should be a priority, as crazy as everything's getting.
Oh, that's kind of why they were here, to be honest with you. They were kind of laughing and joking about it a little bit, but they're like, oh, the way the state of the world, the apocalypse is here.
Yeah.
So they felt like they needed something. They wanted to kind of prepare. So be it, man.
Better.
But call me up if you need a class. Get a hold of me. I can do classes like drop of the hat. If someone called me right now, I'd say, you take over the podcast. I'm going to go teach a class. That's what I would do. I'd come back in here and you'd be over there going.
Yeah, we'd bring them in here and strap them up to a mic.
Go for it, man.
Ask some questions.
You know what? They probably would have done that. In fact, if they come back, I'll ask them. Say, hey, you're new gun owners. Let's get you on the microphones here. That'd be fun.
I should have came earlier. You
should have. I didn't even think about it. Well, we were trying to fight the rainstorm here. We spent a lot of time in the classroom talking about stuff, and then we stepped outside to shoot, and then it started freaking snowing and hailing on us.
Nice. In April.
And it's freaking Idaho, dude. It's no different than any other year.
Okay.
It's
I don't recall that.
It's the way it works. It's the way it works around here. But HK, they announced a new and improved VP9. They milled the slide and they added a larger magazine. What the hell?
I told you, man. It's stages. They set this stuff up. They know they're going to do it. They put out the VP9. They said, hey, let's put everything. No, don't put everything on it. Sell them this one. And then when the people who want a red dot, they'll have to come back and buy another one. And they'll do it.
And they will, too.
It's planned. It's all planned. It's all marketing, man.
You don't really need to mill the red dots into the slide. Freaking little Gorilla Glue, you're set, man.
Okay, that's some good stuff.
glue it down. No, it's just ridiculous when they do that because someone texted me, did you hear about the new? I'm like, oh, they got a new one? That's going to be a gun I need to buy. And I said, well, I looked it up and I was looking at the article. I was like, that doesn't look any different. And I said, what's new about it?
Where's my plasma rifle? That's what I want to know. This is 2020.
That's right.
They got them.
We got the Rona we got to kill, man. We got to stave this stuff off.
They're hiding that one. That one's not coming out for a while.
It's going to come. Who do you think will bring that out? Glock?
No. Absolutely.
Glock starts making rifles.
No. They made one firearm, one platform. That's it. And they refuse to change.
It's going to be the high.
We're going to put a finger groove in it this time. Woo!
We're going to put 2 springs. I know what it's going to be, man.
What's that?
It's going to be the High Point plasma rifle.
They're the ones.
They're the ones.
They're the ones.
It's going to be the real yeet cannon. Oh, shoot.
Have you seen the digital trigger?
I have not. Explain the digital trigger to me.
It was announced a while back.
I do have digits that I put on my trigger. Is that what you're talking about?
No. Okay. This is for the AR platform.
They are.
What's wrong with AR?
I don't. There's nothing. That's the first time I shot my AR in freaking 3.
Did you shoot it?
I pulled off 5 rounds because I tried to get him to shoot it fast. Bang, 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 and they wouldn't do it. It's just bang, bang. I'm like, freaking have fun. I'm handing you handfuls of ammo. Let me show you how to do this. Anyhow, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
There is a digital trigger. Actually, it's digitrigger.com.
A digitrigger?
Yeah.
Sounds like a video game or something.
So it is a 3-stage trigger. Now, this is kind of old news, but I just saw that it was out and available for purchase.
Oh.
They've actually been talking about it for a while, and I've been waiting to see it and forgot all about it. So it is a 3-stage trigger.
You probably said it. For rifles, handguns?
No.
Rifles? Just handguns? What?
Semi-automatic, safe, and digital.
Oh, digital. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking up other stories.
You completely lost me.
Wow.
If you put it on semi-automatic, it's a regular trigger. If you put it on digital, there's a battery in it, and the backup is if your battery goes down, you switch it back to semi-automatic. But when you go to digital, you can set the rate of fire as a 3-round burst, 4-round burst, 5-round burst, fully automatic.
Oh, boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Just pull the trigger, and it'll get them out. Now, for some reason, this is still available, and the bump stock is not. Now, they said they're going to...
You can go a full auto with this trigger.
You can't go full auto with it, but there's supposed to be a block on it for the
non-compliance days.
For the public. Military and law enforcement will have the fully automatic. And
It's digital, though.
it's digital, man. There's a code out there.
You can hack that shit.
I know. That's what I'm looking for.
Chris, you need
Just
to get
for
I don't know if he
informational
listens.
purposes.
Chris, you need to get on that.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
Okay.
So how much is this thing?
It's all in the hand grip. Hand grip and trigger is $600. You can get a complete lower, which is sold out right now for $900. That's already set up.
That's not bad.
Or a complete Ruger AR-556 with the trigger, the complete rifle, $1,240.
That's not bad at all.
No.
I know
But
guys will
it's a
spend more
Ruger.
than that on a 1911. You might as well spend that on a rifle.
It's a Ruger, so some people ain't gonna want it, but you can get the hand grip and the trigger for $600, or a complete lower, Rock River Arms lower, with the trigger installed for $900.
Have you thought about buying one?
I did. I was looking at it a while back, and I was like, I forgot about it, and then I was like, oh crap, they're for sale. So I'm late on bringing the information, but it is out there at digitrigger.com. Look at some reviews, see if they've changed anything since I've seen it.
Reviews, just buy that shit and then call the show. I want to hear about it. I'll give you a range to shoot it.
Yeah, I
don't know. That might shut me down if we can start going full auto. What are you boys shooting over here? Don't worry about it.
We're quarantined. Get out of
It's
here.
all legal. Lick your forehead. Run away.
So there's not a lot of gun news
I'm going to put a big sign.
because everybody's in their home.
I want to put a big sign by the entrance to my property. It says, go away, I'm a window licker.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh,
You're pretty close to a school bus stop or something. That could go bad.
yeah, because there's not a lot of breaking gun news right now
There's
at all.
not. I heard one story of a couple in quarantine. So the boyfriend shot the girlfriend and killed himself. She lived through it.
They were fighting. They just had enough of each other. Or what?
Quarantine. World's coming to an end.
I understand. but
Congratulations. Shut the whole planet down.
I understand because I don't mind. I don't leave my property much anyway.
I'm a homebody too. So everybody's like, oh, it's killing me. I'm like, I'm going out as a protest anyway, but it's like,
Right. My problem is
I'm essential. I'm out every day anyway.
This is probably.
I got to go to work. Nope. I don't get the vacation. I don't get to pay vacation. What's up with that?
That's right. This is probably other podcast stuff, but I'm fine being on my property.
Right.
I mean, just whatever. That's where I am anyway. But that would kill me is if you said you have to stay in your house.
That's what they
I can't do.
You should stay at home. Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that. Stay at home. Stay at your house right now. Nah, I can't comply with that, man.
Yeah, we had pretty ugly weather last week. Windy and cold out here, like almost every day except for Friday. And there's a bucket sitting over here. I organized my sockets.
Wow.
By metric, standard, size, deep well, short well, 1/4 inch drive, 3/8, 1/2 inch, you name it. I have organized them.
All my tools are organized.
You don't have any, do you?
I've never taken them out of the box. I bought a big tool set, and I'm like, in case I need them, and it's set there, and I
remember when you bought it.
I don't open it. Yeah, it's still sitting there. It's like, okay, in case I need it.
I organized everything. I hung up wrenches on the wall in my garage.
Okay.
I had to do something. I was getting ready to go nuts. I can't watch another
Tiger King.
No, I love Tiger King. I couldn't watch another Ryan's. You don't know what this is, but Ryan's World with my 6-year-old.
That sounds painful.
Is
that like Blue's Clues or something?
It's this kid. I don't even know how old he is. He's not very old, and it's his parents. The kid
have gone way off.
The kid was number one. He's the number one moneymaker YouTube personality.
Oh yeah, the little
year.
kid.
Yeah, and all he does is he talks about toys, and his parents run around like they're a bunch of drunk morons.
They're drunk on money.
I mean, even the dad. This sounds like there's like a baby voice the entire time. Where's mommy? We gotta go see mommy. I mean, this is stupid. I'm watching that all freaking every time I walk into the living room. That is on.
It's a gold mine.
No, they're making so much money. It's disgusting.
I heard of the kid whenever he bought like an $8 million mansion or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, in Kansas.
I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Cashing in on that kid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big time. And now they've had twin daughters, and now they're going to start cashing in on them. They're going to get their own line of toys.
Oh, good.
Anyhow, I think we're talking about toys, dude. We are so far off guns.
Yeah,
There's absolutely nothing.
We have no gun industry news. We have no.
There's nothing.
Crimes or shootings to report.
Everyone's too afraid to use their ammo.
It's madness. I mean, the people that. Everybody's sitting at home, and so far nothing. Tensions are getting a little flared. We had a little incident.
We had a fight at Walmart.
YouTubed it.
It's on YouTube. It's called Twin Falls Pandemic Battle. That's what it's called. You saw the video, right?
I saw it.
Twin Falls Pandemic Battle.
Skip the first minute. It's only a 2-minute video.
But it's fantastic.
It's kind of sad.
We're talking punches. We're talking packages of toilet paper thrown everywhere. We're talking groceries all over the parking lot. We're talking grocery cart flipped upside down in the middle of traffic.
Now, how long before somebody starts shooting?
Probably pretty damn close. Because
I went to that Walmart. They got every door in the thing closed. They got 2 doors open. Forcing everybody in one and out the other. I'm sitting there. I'm so mad. I'm like, get out of my way, you clowns.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with you?
This was all because someone walked a little too close to the other guy. That's what it is. They didn't allow him that 6 foot of space, that 6 foot of social distancing. I talked to a sheriff's deputy, and he told me that's what it was all about.
I was walking up on people. I'm like, get out of my way, you slow-moving people.
Were you coughing on them?
No, not yet. I didn't go that far.
And licking ears. What, Willie? What, Willie? So, okay, guys, I think we're going to cut this one short. If you need some more podcasts from us, you can check out the prepping conspiracy podcast. That's what we're calling it for right now.
Give us your feedback on how irresponsible and hateful and evil we are, because I walked through Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah. We need feedback. Check out that other podcast. We appreciate you listening. Share it with your family, your friends. If you're locked down on quarantine, you have nothing else to do. We have numerous episodes. I need to count them up. We're well over 100 episodes now. Probably closer to 2. I bet. I'm going to count them up. Lots to listen to. Share it with your family, your friends. Subscribe. Find us on iTunes. Find us on Spotify. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Stitcher. And questions or comments, you can call me. You can text me, area code 620-794-6223. Find me on Facebook under Patriot Defense. Shoot me a message there. Like the page. I'll try to keep it updated. Any last words, Mr. Tarver?
Nope, no last words.
No last words. We are out of here. We got another podcast to do. We'll be back next week. Thanks. Bye.